Admin name is Ali, right? His contact number, guys, Ali admin. Okay. So his contact number, they provided, try to communicate with them. Okay. So Ali's contact number 9154898071. If you're having any queries, if you're having any doubts related to course fees and those all stuff, try to videos and those all stuff, try to communicate with him, right? Right, his contact number. So try to communicate through WhatsApp. This is a contact number. Got it, guys? 9154898071. Right? Okay. 9154898071. Right? So let's see, guys, here. Today we are going to discuss about architecture of Unix. Only for online students. Right? Okay. Right. Excuse me, guys. Architecture of Unix. Based on Unix architecture, Linux machines, it will work. Right? And what is an operating system, guys? Yes. What is an operating system? Operating system is an interface between user and computer hardware components. Okay. This is hardware, right? So this is end user. User is unable to communicate directly with hardware components without operating system, right? Because we need one interface, then only we can able to communicate with hardware components, right? User, he doesn't know the hardware language. User, he doesn't know the hardware language. User, he's unable to communicate with the, excuse me, guys, hardware, right? So now what we need to communicate with hardware, guys, please switch off your mobiles. Otherwise, keep the mobile in silent mode, right? So we need one operating system. With the help of operating system, we are trying to communicating with hardware components, right? Assume thus we are using Unix operating system, right? In Unix operating system, how we are going to communicate? With the help of commands, right? So with the help of commands, right? Users, how they need to communicate with hardware. For example, we have the Unix operating system, right? In Unix operating system, maximum you're going to interact with the help of commands. So user is going to execute the commands, right, guys? Most of the people, for example, commands means ls command, right? So cat command. So like this commands we are going to execute. With the help of those commands, we are trying to communicating with hardware like this. People they're thinking. No, guys. Command also, it doesn't know the hardware language. Got it? So user, he's unable to interact with hardware components because user, he doesn't know the hardware language, and user, he's trying to communicating with hardware with the help of few commands. So commands also, commands, utilities, whatever, if you want, you can say, right? So commands also, it doesn't know the hardware language. Command is a one predefined program. So command is a one predefined program, guys, right? So usually user, he's tried to executing one predefined program. Command is a one predefined program. So usually the command where it will be executed in a sense. So in shell, guys, we have one interpreter called shell. Shell is a interpreter, right? User, he doesn't know the hardware language. User, he's try to executing the commands to communicate with hardware components. So command also, it doesn't know the hardware language. So command is a one predefined program. Command is a one predefined program. So if you're executing the command, it will be executing into shell environment. Shell is a interpreter, right, guys? Shell is interpreter. What is interpreter? Interpreter means, so we'll have two types of languages, right? Actually three languages, three types of languages we'll have. Example, compiler languages and interpreter languages. Java, C, C++, those all compiler language, right? And Python, interpreter, right? So no need to compile, no need to execute the code. If you're writing the code, it is going to read line by line, and it will translating directly. It is going to translating from human language to machine language. I hope you got it. That is called interpreter. Shell is a interpreter, right? So user is executing the commands. Commands, it will executing into shell. Coming to shell environment, will have different types of shells. So here, by default, in RHEL 7.0, 8.0 versions having bash shell. Bash shell. Bash full form, born again shell. Bash full form, born again shell, right, guys? So we have few shell environments in older version. sh born shell, born, guys, born shell, ksh corn shell, csh c shell. Like this we have the multiple shell environments, right? Shell is a interpreter. That's it. What is shell? Shell is an interpreter, right? User is executing the command. Command is a one predefined program. So those predefined programs, it will be executing into bash shell, right? Bash is a latest shell environment, right? Bash is a latest shell environment. Even like Windows machines also, it's supporting now. From Windows 10 onwards, Windows peoples also, Microsoft peoples also, they introduced to us bash shell, but we need to activate that feature. Then only it will work. Right, guys? In Mac also, we can able to execute the bash command, few bash commands. So clear? So common, like all the new versions, all the new operating systems, new versions, they have bash shell. Guys, give me 1 minute. So right, so can you hear me online? Am I audible? User is going to execute the commands. User, he doesn't know the hardware language. User, he is going to execute the command. Command, it will be executing into the shell. So by default, all the latest operating system having bash shell. So can we say those all bash programs? Yes. We are executing the bash commands. Okay. So PowerShell is a Windows environment, guys. So not into Linux. The two PowerShell will have maximum into server operating systems. Okay. Okay. So Windows 10 also it will support PowerShell scripts. Don't worry. That is a different story. Okay. So clear, guys. So we are discussing about interpreter. Okay. So clear. Command. Can we say bash commands? Yes, we can say bash commands. User is executing the bash commands. Those all the bash commands, it will be executing into the shell. It will executing into the shell. Now, most of the people what they're thinking, okay, shell, he know the hardware language, so it can able to communicate like this. No, guys, shell also, it doesn't know the hardware language. Shell also, it doesn't know the hardware language. We need one interface called kernel. Kernel. Kernel is a one interface. It's a one piece of software, right? Developer easily he can able to modify the kernel version. It's a heart of the operating system. Kernel is a heart of the operating system. It's a core operating system. It's a core operating system, guys. Without kernel, we doesn't have the operating system. Even Windows also. Windows also having kernel. Mac also having kernel. Right, guys? Kernel is a core operating system. It's a heart of the operating system. It's a one small piece of software. Developer, he can able to modify the kernel very easily. For example, they release 7.0. Maybe if he having the works into the 7.0, how they are going to fix the works in the sense, they are not going to write the entire operating system program. They are going to modify the kernel version. That's it. They are going to modify the kernel and they are going to release the new version. Then we can able to update. Like in Android mobile, we are going to get the like security patch, kernel security patches, right? Like the same way. For example, in our Android mobile, maybe while you're trying to purchasing the mobile, at the time, if you're having 11 point something Android 11 version, maybe they are going to provide the updates for 12. So you are going to get the notification. If you click that notification, automatically 11 to 12, it is going to update. Like the same way here also, you can download the kernel, then you can update it. So no need to like uninstall the old versions, no need to install the new versions. Just we can able to update the kernel, that is enough. So that is called kernel patching. So here we are not going to discuss those all stuff, kernel patching and those all stuff, right? This is basic Linux class. Clear, guys? I hope you got it. So clear? Kernel is a core operating system. It's a heart of the operating system. Coming to kernel, we have two types of kernel: monokernel, monolithic or mono, whatever if you want to can say. Monokernel in Linux machines. Linux, Unix machines having monokernel, guys. Okay. Microkernel. Microkernel will have in Windows machines, Windows-like machines. So Windows-like machines having microkernel, Linux-like machines having monokernel, right, guys? So coming to kernel, kernel is a heart of the operating system. It's a core operating system. So here, two types of kernel versions. Each and every operating system it having the kernel, guys. Without kernel, we doesn't have the operating system, right? So Linux-like machines having monokernel. So how to know the kernel version? Uname, UNAME. Uname -A R -R you can give. So this is a command we need to execute to know the kernel version in Linux. Now I'm trying to providing one task to you people. How to know the kernel version in Windows? Tomorrow you need to give the answer. Got it? how we need to know the kernel version in Windows, right? So you need to give the answer tomorrow, right? So how we need to know the kernel version in Linux? Uname -a or uname -r you can give, right guys? Uname -a or -r. Okay. So this is a command we need to use to know the kernel version, right? What is kernel? Kernel is a one piece of software. Developer easily he can able to modify. Kernel is a heart of the operating system. It's a core operating system. Coming to kernels, we'll have two types of kernels. One is mono kernel, another one is micro kernel. So Linux like machines having mono kernel, Windows like machines having micro kernel. How to know the kernel version? With the help of uname command. Uname -a or uname -r you can execute, then you are going to get the kernel version. I hope you got it, guys. Kernel, it will manage file system information, okay, device information, and multitasking information, right? So file system information, kernel, it will manage file system information, device information, and multitasking information. It will manage by whom? Kernel. Okay. So I hope you got it, guys. So file system information, device information, and multitasking information, it will manage by kernel. I hope you got it, guys. Right? So clear? Based on Unix architecture, Linux machines also it will work. So this is a Unix architecture. So kernel knows very well about hardware language and as well as shell language. So this is one interface. Kernel is a one interface. Now we are trying to providing one task. We are executing few commands into our operating system. For example, 1 + 1 is equal to, we executed few commands. For example, 1 + 1. So user is executed one command. The command, it will be executing into the shell. Shell, it will carry forwarding to the kernel. Kernel, it's providing to the hardware. And then in hardware, we have one component called processor. Yes, in our computer, we'll have a device called processor, right? Processor is a brain of the computer, right? So it will perform arithmetical logical calculation. Actually, this is a ALU, arithmetical logical unit. So processor, it will perform arithmetical logical calculation. For example, we provide the one task to the system, 1 + 1. Then 1 + 1 is equal to 2, like this. It is going to calculate and it gives the output to the kernel, and kernel it's provide to the shell. Finally, we are going to get this output where? On top of the monitor. I hope you got it, guys. So this is architecture of Unix. Based on Unix architecture, Linux machines also it will work. Clear? I hope you got it, right? Good. So now we are going to discuss how to install the operating system. Got it, guys? How we need to install the operating system. Now we are going to discuss, right? Guys, I'm unable to install the operating system directly into my laptop because we are doing online and offline both the sessions. If you are doing offline session, we can. So how I can able to teach installation? If I'm trying to installing the operating system into my laptop directly, we are going to lose internet. Got it, guys? So, and your laptops also, please don't install the Linux operating system directly into your laptop. It's not a user friendly, right? So where I'm installing the operating system in the sense inside the virtual machine. inside the virtual machine, I'm trying to installing the operating system for demonstration. Okay, right guys? So guys, minimum requirements to install Linux operating system RHEL 7.0. Minimum requirements, at least you should have the multi-core processor, maybe dual core processor also, it's okay. i3 minimum at least you should have. Okay, i3, right guys? i3 processor we need, multi-core processor, and at least we should have 8 GB RAM, right? So if we having 8 GB RAM, then only we can able to get the good performance from our operating system. Even if we having 4 GB also, we can manage, but we are unable to get the good performance. Some issues we are going to get while you are trying to launching the virtual machine, right? It is going to launch very slowly. Got it, guys? Minimum 8 GB recommended. Then if we having 4 GB also, we can manage. Okay, right guys? Hard disk depends. Actually, for this virtual machine, we are going to use 40 GB hard disk. So if you're having 500 GB hard disk, 1 TB hard disk also, it's not a problem. Right, guys? So, and one more thing, your laptop, your desktop, it should support virtualization. Then only we can able to install the virtual machines applications, virtualization application. So from where we need to find this? In BIOS, you have the one option called virtualization. So you need to enable that option, then only we can able to install the virtual machines. Otherwise, we are going to get error even if you're installing the virtual machine. Got it, guys? Few people from tomorrow onwards, they are going to start, sir, I'm getting this error. I'm unable to install the virtual machine because you didn't enable the virtualization option in BIOS. So we need to enter into the BIOS, basic input output system. So using few function keys. Depends upon your motherboard manufacturer, depends upon your laptop brand, they are going to provide the function keys to enter into the BIOS. Reboot the machine, then you are going to get one function key, use that function key to enter into the BIOS. There you will have the option called virtualization. It's not a big deal to find. It's a very easy to find out. But here I'm unable to show you because we are doing online sessions, right? If we need to reboot, what will happen? So we are going to lose the internet. Got it, guys? Right. So this is a requirements. At least we need to install the operating system. Right, guys? Then if you doesn't have like this configuration laptop, don't purchase. No need to purchase. I hope like you are doing AWS, right? Most of the people AWS and DevOps they are doing, right? So who know AWS, DevOps, GCP, Azure, whatever it may be. Okay. So those people, they are going to launch the EC2 instance, right? In AWS, we'll have EC2 instance. Coming to Azure, virtual machine. So, okay. For example, who's doing AWS especially, right? You know very well how to launch the EC2 instance, right? Yes, no. If you doesn't have the proper configuration laptop, use Amazon Linux 2 instance, no issues. Each and every command what I'm trying to teaching, we can able to execute there. Or otherwise, we'll have RHEL 8.0 version you can launch in AWS environment. Who doesn't have the proper configuration laptops? Who have the laptops, better to install in your laptop itself only. Got it, guys? So Imran sir बोले थे जाके नया लैपटॉप खरीदना है बोल के घर में जो है ना पैसे लो मत, right? Got it, guys? So no need to purchase. Just launch the EC2 instance and then do the task. That's it. What we are trying to executing here, what we are discussing, everything we can able to execute into the EC2 instances. So you need to launch Amazon Linux 2 or otherwise RHEL 8 instance, then you can execute the commands. Got it, guys? I hope you're clear. I hope you doesn't have any doubts what kind of laptops we need. And if you doesn't have the laptop, how we need to do the practical session. Got it? So we doesn't have the laptop, sir. We are unable to do the practical session in the sense I'm not going to accept. Launch the instance. That's it. Otherwise, go to lab, they will help you. So clear? But you need to do the practical sessions every day, at least for 30 minutes. Then only you can able to understand the Linux. Got it, guys? Good. So now I'm trying to installing the operating system into virtual machine, right? So what is virtualization? How many peoples you know? Yes, guys. What is virtualization? Yes, no, guys. If you know, then you can say yes. If you doesn't know, you can say no. Then I am going to explain you what is virtualization. No? Yes, guys. Okay, let's see here. I will explain what is virtualization. Guys, virtualization is a revolution in technology. Virtualization is one revolution in technology, guys. Okay. Do you know how to create the Gmail account? Yes. I hope like most of the people, you know very well how you need to create the Gmail. How you are going to create the Gmail? Yes, guys. How you are going to create the Gmail? Hmm? So first of all, we need to open the Gmail site, right? We should open the web browser. So in web browser, we need to type https://www.gmail.com. So we should provide that URL, right? Then we are going to get one option called sign up, right? We doesn't have the Gmail account. We need to create. If you need to create, what we need to do, we need to click sign up, not sign in, right? Login option, we should not click. We need to click sign up for creating the Gmail account. If you click sign up option, what kind of page you are going to get? Huh? What kind of web application? You're going to get one application, right? So for example, you're going to get like this web page. In that page, we need to provide our name, our data, our information we should provide to the Gmail peoples, right? So name, contact number, right? Contact number, then like maybe previous mail ID, okay? Alternate mail ID and address and everything we need to provide. Our details we should provide, right, guys? Clear? So name, for example, okay? And contact number, right? So clear? Next, email ID, okay? Date of birth, everything we need to provide, right? So here we need to provide address, gender, everything. Yes, guys, we'll have everything. We need to provide the all the details. Our details we are trying to providing to the Gmail. Those all the details where you are going to store. Where it will store into your laptop. We are trying to accessing this site from Gmail. So maybe Gmail organization it got located in USA. We are trying to accessing the services from Gmail. They are providing the services for us. How we are trying to accessing? This is web service, right? Through internet we are trying to accessing. That means Gmail people, they need to maintain the multiple servers to provide this web application for us. That's it, now. What kind of services Gmail people they need to provide for us? Yes, guys. Huh? For example, this is Gmail organization environment. Okay. We are trying to accessing the website. They need to provide the web services. So they need to install the web server. For example, we are trying to installing one web server into one mission. We are not installing Gmail peoples. Okay. For example, okay. They have the like very huge organization, guys. Just for example, I'm trying to making few diagrams here. Okay. So don't think Gmail people, they are maintaining only 4 servers. Okay. So clear. Let's see, guys, here. So this is web service. Okay, web server we are trying to installing. Okay, so we are trying to accessing the website with the help of web server. They need to maintain the web server, then only we can able to access the website. Okay, how you are trying to accessing the website? We need to open the web browser. Then in web browser we need to type www.gmail.com. So really system it can able to understand the human language, guys? No, right? System it understand only mission language. So website having one IP address, right? Yes, no. So here how it is try to translating from human language to mission language. Human language mission language means host name to IP address. Actually we need to provide the host name. www.gmail.com is a host name. If you're providing the www.gmail.com host name, who's going to resolve host name to IP address? In the sense, we have one service called DNS server. Domain name system or domain name services, whatever if you want, you can say. DNS server in AWS will have route 53. So in generally in our legacy environment, we are going to call DNS. So domain name services, they need to maintain the DNS server because they need to resolve the host name to IP address to host name, vice versa. Right, guys? Next, one more server. We need IP addresses, right? So who's going to provide the IP address? DHCP server, it is going to provide the IP address. So dynamic host configuration protocol. So it will provide the IP addresses, right? And then we need to store those all the data. What I have given the data, they need to maintain, right? Where they are going to maintain? Inside the database server. So we need to install the database services, DB services. How many servers we need to maintain, guys? Actually here, for example, I said 4. They need to maintain the thousands of the servers to provide the services for thousands of the peoples. Only you're going to access the Gmail, no, right? Throughout world, they try to accessing the Gmail. So they need to manage those all the traffic, in the sense they need to maintain the number of the servers. Then only they can able to organize their organization, right? If you install those all the services into the same mission, what will happen? Can I able to take the like all the classes sessions? I'm a Imran, I can able to take Linux and AWS. So if they're providing DevOps, if they're providing .NET, if they're providing Java, can I able to manage? Overload. Yes, no. Like the same way, if you try to installing the all the services into one mission, right? What will happen? The mission, it is going to down because of overload. Because of that reason, we are trying to installing the services into individual missions, individual services into individual missions. How many missions we need to maintain here? Here we are trying to maintaining, for example, 4 missions. Unnecessary, those all the 4 missions we need to keep into one corner. Then we need to provide the temperature and power maintenance, right? Unnecessary, we need to purchase the 4 missions. For 4 missions, we need to allocate one place also. Instead of purchasing the 4 mission, if you try to installing those all the services into the one mission, then easy maintenance, right? Yes, no. Can we able to install the multiple operating system into one laptop? How many operating systems we can able to install into one laptop, guys? Only one. We can able to install multiple operating systems. For example, we are trying to installing Windows and as well as Linux both, guys. We can dual boot operating systems we can able to install, but at a time we can able to use only one. If you switch on the mission, right, it will show you which operating system we need to use. According to our requirement, we are going to use that particular kernel image, and then we are going to start the operating system. Whether if you need, we need to select Windows. If you need Windows, we need to select Windows. If you need Linux, we need to select Linux, and then we need to hit enter. Then we are going to get only one operating system. Okay, guys. For example, instead of installing those 4 services, into 4 missions, what we are going to do in the sense, we are going to purchase one strong mission. That is called server. I hope you got it, guys. So we are trying to purchasing only one mission, the one strong mission. Okay, like me, right? So clear, guys. So one strong mission. I hope you got it. Like Bonser. Got it, guys. So usually Bonsers, they're going to looking very strong, and then they have the good strength, right? They can able to manage the 4 to 5 peoples, right? It's like the same way here. It's a one strong mission, right, guys? So it having more than 128 GB RAM, it having Xeon processor, multi processors will have, right? And we have more than 2 TB SCSI hard disk like this server we purchased. So this, it having good configuration, guys. More than 128 GB RAM. So 2 TB SCSI hard disk, and we have Xeon processor. It's a very strong mission, right? How many operating systems we can able to install into this mission? So at present, we can able to install one. If you want to can install multiple operating system, but we can able to use only one operating system at a time. Got it, guys? So let's see here. First of all, what we are doing in the sense, we are trying to installing one operating system. It may be Windows, it may be Linux, it may be whatever if you want to can install. According to my laptop, in my laptop, as in this, my laptop is one server. Okay. Laptop is a one physical server, physical mission. So we are trying to installing the operating system into our laptop. Okay. I hope you got it, guys. So in my laptop, I have Windows 10 operating system. So this is called base operating system. Right, guys? So it's a base operating system, right? So here, what we are doing in the sense, we are trying to dividing this laptop into multiple laptops now. Physically only one laptop, but we are trying to dividing this laptop into multiple virtual laptops. I hope you got it, guys. How we need to divide? We need to purchase the X subnet, and then we need to divide into the 2 parts. Don't do like this, okay? So we have one application, virtualization applications. Right, guys? With the help of virtualization applications, we are trying to dividing this laptop into multiple laptops. I hope you got it, guys. We are trying to dividing one mission into multiple virtual missions with the help of virtualization applications. So how many vendors will have laptop vendors? Dell, Lenovo, IBM, HP, Apple, different vendors, they are providing one product called laptop, right? Yes, no. Everything is laptop only. Lenovo also laptop, Dell also laptop, HP also laptop, and Apple also laptop. But brands are different, right? Yes, no. Asus. So clear? Different brands will have. Like the same way, coming to virtualization, we have virtualization applications, different vendors they are providing for us. Depends upon your client requirement, we are going to use the virtualization application. For example, Windows is a one vendor. Hyper-V is a application they are providing for us for virtualization. Linux is a vendor. Excuse me, guys. Linux is one vendor. So Windows, they're providing for us hypervisor, Hyper-V, whatever if you want, you can say. Okay. Then Linux, KVM, kernel-based virtual machine. KVM, kernel-based virtual machine. Oracle, virtual box. Oracle virtual box. VMware, is a one vendor. He's a very popular vendor. He's providing for us multiple virtualization application. I'm using Workstation 15.5 Pro. So now they introduced to us 17 Pro. Who have the Windows 10, Windows 11, use 17 Pro, it's not a problem. Who have XP, Windows 7, better to use Workstation 12 Pro. Who have Windows 10, 11, you can use latest version, it's not a problem. So who having Windows 7, those people, they need to use Workstation 12. Windows 7, it don't support, like Workstation 15 and 16, 17 don't support. You need to use 12. You need to use 12 version. Who having Windows 7 operating system. Who have Windows 10, 11, you can use Workstation 15, 16, 17, whatever if you want, you can use. Right? So VMware Workstation, VMware vSphere, vClient, VMware Fusion. Who have the Apple computers, rich peoples, they need to use VMware Workstation Fusion. Don't use Workstation, you need to use Fusion. So for Windows peoples and Linux people, better to use Workstation. So you doesn't know about Linux, right? No need to bother about that. Most of the people that have the Windows operating system into their laptops, right? So better to use Workstation 15, 16 or 17, whatever it may be. I will give you the link. Don't worry. You can download the Workstation from that link. Keys also I will provide you. No need to bother. Activation keys also I will give you. Don't worry. So clear, guys. Who have Apple computers, they need to use VMware Fusion. Got it? Right. My voice, it's getting stuck, not clear. And what about remaining people's? Praveen, he's saying voice is not clear. And what about remaining people's, guys? Can you hear me? Yes, it's clear. Praveen, I think there is a problem with your side. I think voice is crystal clear like the CC people are saying. Okay. I think Praveen, you have the problem. Check your internet speed and better to use laptop. Don't use mobile phones. And for online, so you need to follow few instructions while you are trying to attending the session. Especially my student. My students, you need to follow few instructions only for online. Guys, use laptop, check the internet speed, sit properly in front of the laptop, right? Use headphones. Then you need to attend the session. Don't attend the session mobile while you're watching like movie, while you're watching TV. Don't attend the sessions like that. Please focus on it because this is a very, very important. So management, they're providing the good opportunity for you. Utilize the opportunity. Got it, guys? Clear? It's breaking in between. Guys, 90% people, they are saying clear. And 1 or 2 people, they are saying there is a problem with my voice. Then what I need to do, tell me. Whose problem it is? Whose problem it is, man? Huh? Right. So, clear, guys? I hope you got it. So now we are using VMware Workstation. We are trying to installing VMware Workstation inside our operating system. Okay. Right, guys. VMware. So video, where you are going to get the video, man? I disable the video, right? So let's see here. I think screen sharing he's saying, right? Okay. So Workstation. I'm cool only, right? I'm not hot, man. I'm very cool, right? Huh? So clear. But I'm shouting because you need to focus on it. Shouting means little bit, I'm speaking little bit louder. I'm very cool, man. Right. So clear, guys. So Workstation, we need to install. So now I have the workstation 15.5 Pro I have installed. It's not a big deal to install, guys. Download the workstation, double click on top of that particular application, give next. That's it. It will install automatically. No need to bother. Okay. And then I will provide the activation keys also. Don't worry. If you need 17 keys, I will provide you. If you need 16 keys also, I will provide you. No need to bother. Okay. So clear. We need to install the workstation, right? And with the help of this workstation application, we are trying to installing the multiple virtual machines, guys. We are trying to creating multiple virtual machine. Simple, guys. This is my laptop. This laptop, I'm trying to dividing into multiple laptops, but not physically, virtually. So I hope you got it. With the help of workstation application, using this workstation application, we are trying to dividing our physical mission into multiple virtual missions. So this is one VM. VM means virtual mission. We are trying to providing 2 GB RAM or 4 GB RAM according to our requirement from 128 GB. Then we are going to provide the cores, processor cores. Maybe we'll have 12 core processor, and then we are trying to providing the 2 cores for this virtual machine. Some hard disk space, everything we are going to provide. Here in this virtual machine, we are going to install the Linux operating system, Windows operating system. It's not like this. We need to install only Linux. You can install Windows. You can install Ubuntu. If you want to can install RHL, whatever if you want to can install according to your requirement. So got it, guys. Then in this operating system, we are going to install the database services, then web services. And like the same way, we are trying to creating the one more virtual machine, right? Then here we are going to install the web services. I hope you got it, guys. In this virtual machine, web services. In this virtual machine, database services. So in this virtual machine, DNS services, DHCP services. Like this, you can install the multiple services into multiple virtual machines. I hope you got it, guys, right? Clear? Yes, no? Those all the services, those all the operating system where it will be located into same machine itself only. So maintenance wise, we can able to keep this machine into one small corner. That's it, right? No need to like maintain the one server room and those all stuff. If you're having multiple missions, then we need to maintain. And who's going to bother about on-premises infrastructure? Everybody, they are depending on data centers, and everybody, they are depending on cloud environment. Yes, no? I hope you got it, guys. What is virtualization? Like the same way, I'm trying to creating one virtual machine. We are going to install the operating system into virtual machine. Got it? Yes, no? Good. So let's see, guys, how to create the virtual machines. Now we are going to discuss. Okay. So this is VMware Workstation. Already I have installed. So how to install, I will tell you. Give me 1 minute. So guys, this is a link. You can go through this link. I will share this link into your chat box. Okay. So, okay, just this link you need to open the web browser, go through this link. Okay. So clear, guys. VMware. Huh? Yedo ala istan madam. Okay, okay. So offline people, I will give you. Don't worry. Okay. So let's see here, latest version, Workstation 17 Pro. So click download, it will be downloaded. Okay, where it will download into download folder. Chinna cheyala. దీనికంటే చిన్నది ఏం చేసేది? ఓ అదే వెళ్ళిపోయిందా? Okay, right. Give me 1 minute. Now it's okay. కనిపిస్తుందా? So clear, guys. TV settings మారినట్టున్నాయి. So we need to click download, then you can download. You can download, then install, right? So if you have the 16 version, better to use those keys. Okay. Right. Okay. If you're having 17 version, different keys you should use, guys. Can we able to upload this? Yes, I can. Okay. So use those keys. For 17 file, this is image actually. Open this file with image reader. Then you are going to get the keys. Okay. Then if you're having 16, before I have given keys, right? So use at least one key, guys. Don't use all the 5 keys. Okay. We should use only one key. Any one key. Okay. Right. So like this, you can install, guys. So it's not a big deal. Download from that website. Directly can go to VMware official website, guys. VMware, www.vmware.com. You can give, and then you are going to get the link, and then you can download it. It's not a big deal. Okay. Then after installing this application, you are going to get like this icon on top of the desk. Excuse me, guys. On top of the desktop, right? Guys, give me 1 minute. Yes, guys, can you hear me? Online. Am I audible? Online. Right. Good, guys. So let's see here. If you install the software, you're going to get like this icon on top of the desktop. Open this software. Okay. This is virtualization application, guys. With the help of this application, we are trying to dividing one virtual machine into multiple virtual machine. I have multiple virtual machines. See here. Workstation, tower, RHL 8, 9, client, like this. We have the virtual machines, right? Okay. I'll do one thing. I will create new virtual machine, guys. Okay. I'll create new virtual machine. Let's see here. Guys, you doesn't have those all stuff into your laptop. Workstation, tower, you doesn't have. You'll have only my computer and then share VMs. That's it. Right. Already I have installed previously. Those all the operating system, those all virtual machines. Okay. Right, guys. How to create the virtual machine? Please make a note. Right. How we need to create the virtual machine in workstation. VMware workstation. Right. So guys, open VMware workstation. Open VMware workstation. Then here you'll have an option called create new virtual machine. Guys, VMware workstation dash, then create new virtual machine dash, like this you need to write. Don't write. We need to open virtual machine like this entire essay writing. Okay. So we doesn't have that much of time, right? Yes, no. Open VMware workstation dash. Let's say I'll show you how we need to write. See, guys, क्या है यार आप लोग? Everybody they are like using videos and then documents, right? So offline का जो मजा आप लोग नहीं जानते हो, right? Huh? So VMware workstation, then dash, then create virtual machine dash. కనిపించట్లేదా? ఇప్పుడు కనిపిస్తుందా? So you need to provide arrow mark. So my AWS people, you know, right? How we need to write the like practical sessions and those. కుదిరితే అట్లాగే. సో తెలుసు కదా మీకు ఎలా రాసుకోవాలో. సో కొత్త పిల్లలు చెప్తున్నాను రాసుకోమని చెప్పండి. ఓకే. Got it, guys? VMware workstation dash arrow mark, create virtual machine, arrow mark, like this you need to write the notes, lab notes. Okay. right? Here we'll have an option called create new virtual machine. Create new virtual machine. We need to click, then dash again, right guys? Then here we need to select which option. Typical and custom, two options will have. Welcome to new virtual machine wizard, and here we'll have two options, typical and custom. Typical and custom, which option we need to use? Select typical radio button only. This is radio button guys. Okay, so no need to go with custom, doesn't need. Better to use typical. By default option only we need to keep, right? Then arrow mark, next. Then here, guest operating system installation. We have three options here, right? Installer disk and installer disk image file, and I will install the operating system later. How many options will have? Three options will have. First option, installer disk. How you are going to install the operating system into your laptop? With the help of disk, right? DVD. If you having the bootable DVD, if you try to installing the operating system with the help of bootable DVD, then you need to choose first option. Okay, nowadays like we doesn't have the DVD drive into our laptops, right? So no need to bother about this first option. Second option, installer disk image file ISO. Installer disk image file ISO. If you having ISO image for installing the operating system, we need ISO image. With the help of ISO image only, we are going to make the bootable DVDs and bootable pen drives, right? Using few third-party applications like Roofers and Nero Burning Room, like this applications we are going to use to create the bootable DVD with the help of image file, right? If you have the image file, if you try to installing the operating system into your virtual machine directly with the help of image file, better to select second option. Okay, installer disk image file. And last option, I will install the operating system later. Without operating system, we are trying to creating one blank virtual machine. That's it. We purchase the laptop. That laptop, it doesn't have the operating system. Like that. Now I'm using last option. I'm not installing the operating system at present. Just I'm trying to creating one virtual machine into VMware workstation. I hope you got it, guys. Which option we need to use? We need to use last option. I will install the operating system later. Then we should select this radio button. I will install the operating system later. Then again arrow mark, give next. I will install the operating system later. Right, guys? And give next. Right? Then here, guest operating system. Which one we need to choose? Windows, Linux, VMware, ESX, or other operating system. If you want, you can install any operating system. If you want, you can install Windows also. Right, guys? Okay. So now we need to install Linux, right? So we should select Linux radio button. Okay. Then Linux, how many flavors will have in Linux? 800 and plus flavors will have. So see here, other Linux operating system, SUSE, Red Hat Linux. We are trying to installing Red Hat 7.0 version. If you want to install 8.0 also, it's not a problem. Okay. But you need to download the 7.0, 8.0 DVD image from website. I'll tell you how to download. Don't worry. Okay. So Red Hat 7.0. How many ways to install? We have different ways. If you want, you can install with image file. If you want, you can install with DVD. If you want, you can install with network also, through network also. Right? In real-time environment, we'll have the different ways, because in real-time environment, people, they won't allow DVD and image files. We need to install the operating system in the sense through network we should install. we have PXE boot, and we have kickstart services. With the help of those services, we are going to install the operating system through network. Okay. Got it, Mr. Ashok? Right. So we should select, this is our local operating system, right? This is our local machine, right? We are trying to installing the operating system into our local machine. So no need to bother about the PXE boot services and kickstart services and those all stuff. If you're having image file, that is enough to install the operating system into our laptop. I hope you got it, right? Huh? But you need to ask related doubts only. Okay. So clear, we need to select Red Hat Enterprises Linux 7 64-bit and give next. So give next, and you can, if you want, you can keep same virtual machine name. If you want, you can keep your name also. It's not a problem. I'm providing the name called server. Okay. Server. So now we are trying to installing this mission into C drive. Let's see here whether we'll have the space or not in C drive. 14 GB only I have. No, I'm going to use some different drive. Okay. Right. D drive I'm going to use. Okay. Otherwise, I'm going to use Z drive. Okay. Doesn't have the much space into the C drive. Guys, if you doesn't have the much, by default, it will install into the C drive, guys. If you doesn't have the much space into the C drive, better to select some different drive letter. Then create one folder there. Make folder, right? Then I'm providing server is a folder name. Got it? In E drive, server is a folder we created. Now we are installing the virtual machine into server folder. Browse option you'll have see guys here. Okay. Got it? Browse it and select according to your requirement. Okay. Drive letter and give next. And guys, by default, we'll have 20 GB. Better to make 40 GB. 20 GB is enough, but we need to keep 40 GB because in future we are going to discuss about disk management concept. At the time, we need some space, some file systems to divide the multiple partition to create the multiple partitions. Okay. So we should provide 40 GB space. And guys, here we have two options: split virtual disk into multiple files and split virtual disk as a single file. Better to use first option because we provided only 40 GB space, right? If you're providing more than 500 GB, 1 TB at the time, better to use second option, right? Because we can able to, अगर ज्यादा स्पेस आप दे रहे हो बैकअप लेने के लिए हम लोग स्प्लिट कर रहे हैं जो हार्ड डिस्क वर्चुअल हार्ड डिस्क को, इसीलिए हम लोग सेकंड ऑप्शन देना चाहिए. वी नीड टू प्रोवाइड सेकंड ऑप्शन. गॉट इट गाइस? So first option, because we have only 40 GB, right? No need to take the backups and those all stuff. We are doing practical session. So better to use first option, store virtual disk as a single file. Got it? Yes, no? అర్థం కాలేదా భరత్? అర్థం కాల? ఏ నేమ్ అమ్మా ఇదా? స్టోర్ వర్చువల్ డిస్క్ యాజ్ ఎ సింగిల్ ఫైల్. నాకు మాత్రం తెలుస్తుంది, అలవాటు అయిపోయింది. అద్దాలు పెట్టుకోలేదు కదా, కనిపించట్లేదు నాకు కూడా. సో క్లియర్ గైస్. సో ఇక్కడ చిన్నవి ఉన్నాయి చాలా లెటర్స్, ఇక్కడ నా ల్యాప్టాప్ లో కూడా కనిపించట్లేదు. నాకు అలవాటు అయిపోయింది కూడా చెప్పేస్తున్నా నేను అంతే. రైట్? స్ప్లిట్ వర్చువల్ డిస్క్ ఇంటూ మల్టిపుల్ ఫైల్స్ అండ్ స్టోర్ వర్చువల్ డిస్క్ యాజ్ ఎ సింగిల్ ఫైల్. ఇవి చాలా చిన్నవి ఉన్నాయి, దీన్ని జూమ్ చేయలేం. వీఆర్ అనేబుల్ టు జూమ్ దోస్ ఆల్ స్టఫ్. ఓకే. So first option you need to select store virtual disk as a single file. Okay. So clear guys, give next. Guys, don't finish it. Don't finish it. So before finish, we'll have an option called customize hardware. So dash and you need to write customize hardware, right? So clear guys, customize hardware, click customize hardware. See guys, here we got a like virtual peripherals here, everything. Processor. Sorry, not processor, memory guys. Okay, 1 minute. Right guys. So okay, so let's see guys here. Memory. Memory means RAM. Guys, I have 16 GB RAM into my laptop. 16 GB RAM I have into my laptop. From 16 GB, I'm going to take some space. Then I'm trying to providing for this virtual machine. Total 16 GB. Then 2 GB is recommended. 2 GB recommended for this virtual machine. Then processor. You can keep 2 GB only RAM. Okay. Then processor. Guys, I have 4-core processor. How to check the processor cores? In Windows, no need to bother about Linux. How we need to check the processor core in Windows? Do you know cores? Live about checking, okay? Do you know processor cores? I hope you know very well about mobiles, right? Huh? What type of configuration mobile we need to play the PUBG? ఈ మాత్రం బాగా తెలుసు స్నాప్డ్రాగన్ అంట. సో Snapdragon. Yes, tell me. Snapdragon, MediaTek, something will have, right? Snapdragon octa-core processor. Snapdragon octa-core processor. Yes, like the same way in our laptops also we have 2 popular brands, processor brands. One is Intel, another one is AMD. How you'll have the processor brands in mobiles, Snapdragon and MediaTek like this. Like the same way in laptops also we'll have the processor. So Intel and AMD. So in India, 90% people, they are going to use Intel only. Maximum. So those processors also having cores. Octa core like this will have. In my laptop, I'm using i3 4-core processor. Right? How to check the cores in Windows? Let's see here. So right click on top of this PC. Manage. Let's see here. Right click on top of this PC. Then manage. Guys, few people doesn't have this PC, you will have my computer. Okay. So don't say in my computer doesn't have this PC. Find out my computer. Okay. So right click on top of this PC and then click manage. Then you are going to get like this window. Right. You're going to get like this window. Okay. So here we'll have device manager, right? Here we'll have device manager. Simple guys. Open my computer, right click on top of this PC and then click manage. And then you're going to get like this window. Then here we'll have device manager. In device manager, all the like peripherals will have, see here. And then we have processor. Double click on top of the processor. We'll have 4 cores. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right guys. i3 Intel Core i3 5005 means 5th generation. Okay. If you're having 8th generation. So right. CPU speed 2.0 gigahertz. How you are going to calculate measure the CPU speed? 1 hertz is equal to 1 hertz is equal to. So how you are going to calculate your bike speed? How you are going to measure your bike speed, guys? Boys, kilometer per hour, right? Yes, no. Kilometer per hour, right? Like the same way here, cycle per second. Cycle per second. Cycle means it's not our cycle. Bicycle, okay? Cycle means one round, one cycle, right? It is going to process one cycle. I hope you got it, guys. One cycle. 1 hertz means one cycle per second. 1 hertz, one cycle per second, 1 hertz. 1 megahertz. 1 megahertz means 1 million cycles per second. The processor, it is going to perform 1 million cycles. 1 gigahertz, 1 billion cycles per second. How many cores will have? 4 cores. Each core 2.0 gigahertz. 2.0 gigahertz means 2 billion cycles per second. 1 core it is going to perform. Like the same way, how many cores will have? 8 gigahertz. 8 billion cycles per second. Now we are trying to providing 2 cores for virtual machine, 2 core for base machine. Total 4 cores will have, right? Then we are trying to providing 2 cores for virtual machine. At least if we having 2 cores, then only we are going to get the good performance from our operating system. Got it, guys? Then go to virtual machine. Where is that? Right, guys? So processor cores 2. This is a field. You will have the 1, guys, by default. You have 1. You need to make 2 processor cores. Number of cores per processor 2. Got it, guys? First memory, second processor. So we are trying to providing 2 core processor. Okay. Total I have 4 cores. We are trying to providing 2 cores for this virtual machine. And then CD, DVD, it's a very, very, very important option. 90% people while you try to installing the operating system, you are not going to access the image file. Without image file, how we can able to install the operating system into our virtual machine? It's not possible, right? So we need to click CD, DVD. So if you try to installing the operating system with the help of DVD, then you can select first option. I doesn't have any DVD. I'm trying to installing the operating system with the help of image file. Right, guys? With the help of image file, then browse it. And here I have already downloaded. Okay. Where we'll have this? Right, guys. So I have 7.0 image file I have downloaded from internet. Don't worry. After completing the demo link, I will share the image file link. Don't worry. Image file and what we are discussing, what I'm trying to making the document, everything I'm going to upload into the Google Drive link. I will share the Google Drive link. Then you can go through that link. There you will have VMware Workstation software, keys, image files and everything. Not now. I'm unable to share now. After completing the demonstration sessions, then I will share you. Clear, guys? Okay. So now you can download the image file. If you want, you can download the image file from internet also. It's not a big deal. Directly, we need to visit to the official website, Red Hat official website, access.redhat.com. Then you can download the image file from that particular website. It's not a problem. Okay. So I'm coming. Okay. I will tell you, don't worry, how we need to download and those all stuff. Okay. So next, network adapter. Guys, by default, we'll have NAT. Okay. If you're having the LAN connection into your home or into your office, better to use NAT. I have the LAN connection here. I'm trying to using LAN in our classroom. Because of that reason, I'm keeping NAT only. So network address translator, already you know. Right? Already you know means few peoples. So clear. So NAT. If you need internet connection into your virtual machine, better to keep NAT. If you using LAN connection, maybe few people they are using Wi-Fi, right? If you need internet connection into your virtual machine, if you are using Wi-Fi into your home, better to use bridge. And remaining options also I will teach you, not now, while we are discussing about networking at the time. At present, remember, if you have the LAN, use NAT. If you have Wi-Fi, use bridge for internet. We are going to get the internet connectivity into our virtual machine also. If you connect the internet to your laptop, automatically you are going to get the internet connectivity into your virtual machine. Your virtual machine, it is going to communicate with your base machine, right? So I'm using NAT because I have LAN here. So with the help of LAN cable, I'm getting internet connectivity. Okay, right. So USB controls. So it depends upon your laptop. You can give USB control version. I think nowadays we'll have 3.1 version. So maybe if it is support, then you can give. No need to bother about this. Sound drivers you can keep. Printer doesn't have. We are trying to removing the printers. And don't delete the display drivers. Just that's it, guys. And close. And now you need to finish. Got it? Now you need to finish. Our virtual machine is ready. We purchase one new laptop. Now we need to install the operating system into our laptop. This virtual machine is a new virtual machine. It doesn't have any operating system. Now we are trying to installing the operating system with the help of that image file. We already upload the image file into CD and DVD. With the help of that image file, this virtual machine, it will boot. Got it? What is time now? Okay, let's start installation. So let's see, guys, here. Virtual machine, it got created successfully now, right? How you are going to start your mission? आपका लैपटॉप कैसे स्टार्ट करोगे यार? We have power button, right? We need to switch on the power button, right? That's it, na? Huh? Very good, Ashok. So simple. Those people, they doesn't know, man. Right? So clear, guys? Okay. So we have one option called power on this virtual machine. How we'll have the power button for our laptop, for our desktop. Okay. Right? So like the same way, virtual machine also having power button, virtual power button. You need to click on power on this virtual machine. So guys, this is maximize button. For feel, we are going to maximize. For feel, guys, we are going to feel, we are trying to installing the operating system into our directly in our laptop like this. Okay, it's not a mandatory. For feel, we are going to feel, okay, we are installing operating system into our physical laptop like that. Okay, got it, guys. So here we'll have three options. See, guys. Doubt? ఏదో పిలిచినట్టుంటే మీరు అందుకని భరత్ లేదా రైట్ సో here we'll have three options. See, guys, Red Hat Enterprises Linux 7.0. Three options we'll have. Install Red Hat Enterprises Linux 7.0, test this media and install Red Hat Enterprises Linux 7.0, troubleshooting. Now at present, no need to bother about troubleshooting. We doesn't have the laptop, we doesn't have the operating system to whom you are going to troubleshoot. Yes, no. We have empty virtual machine without any operating system. So to whom you are going to troubleshoot? If you're having the operating system, if you're having any problem with your operating system, then we are going to troubleshoot, right? So first of all, we need to install the operating system. How to install? We have two different options here. Install Red Hat Enterprises Linux 7.0, test this media and install the Red Hat Enterprises Linux 7.0. Two options we'll have. Got it? The nether botanara. So clear, guys? So install Red Hat Enterprises Linux 7.0, test this media and install the Red Hat Enterprises Linux 7.0, right? Which option we need to select to install? Where is Jay? Jay, Tej, online, huh? Jay, are you there? So are you available? 1 minute, I will check. Okay, right. Very good. Super. Right. So let's see here. Okay. So install Red Hat Enterprises Linux 7.0. Test this media and install the Red Hat Enterprises 7.0. Two options we'll have. Which option we need to select? First or second? Why not second? So let's see guys here. So we need to select first option only, but what is the use of second option? Test this media and install the Red Hat Enterprises Linux 7.0, right? Whether your image file it's working properly or not, we are going to check. Second option. Maybe if you having any bug into your image file, it is going to check. So my image file doesn't have any bugs. No need to test the image file. Then we are going to use first option. How we need to select? Guys, use Control Alt. Control Alt. Then you are going to get the cursor. Double click on top of the black screen. Then use the navigation keys. Navigation keys means up arrow, down arrow, right arrow, left arrow, right? So use the navigation keys to move the cursor. Then select first option. You are going to get into white color. Okay. Select first option, then hit enter. That's it. So clear. Select first option, then hit enter. We need to wait few minutes. All clear. Very good. Right. See guys here. Welcome to Red Hat Enterprises Linux 7.0. What language would you like to use during the installation process? What kind of language you are going to use? English. Guys, it will support Telugu, Hindi, Tamil, whatever if you want you can use. English, Telugu, Tamil, Marathi, everything. See here. Maharashtra, Odia, right? Then Punjabi also. Okay. So now Tamil also. Tamil, Telugu, right? Urdu, Hindi, whatever if you want you can use, but don't use those all the regional languages. Okay. But in real-time environment, we are going to use English only for installation. Use English, United States or UK, depends. So I'm using United States only. So click continue. No need to change any option. By default option, you need to keep English, United States or okay guys. If you're getting like this bug, if you're getting like this error, there is a problem with that particular drive. So we selected E drive, right? There we have some maybe like error. Because of that reason, you are going to get like this error. Okay. So create virtual machines once again, then use some different drive letter and install. Okay. Let's see here. We'll try once again. Quit. Don't report to bug and those also. If it doesn't have the subscription. Okay. So now let's try what will happen. See guys here, restart. I'm going to restart this. What happened guys? Why we are unable to restart? So let's see guys here. First option, So click continue. Yes, guys, we got it. So clear. Just reboot it once. It will fix automatically. Otherwise, same error if you're getting continuously, then change the drive letter while you're trying to installing the virtual machine at the time. So let's see, guys, here. So coming to installation summary, guys, 15 minutes more. Okay. Right. So installation summary, localization, software and system. Yes, yes. Okay. So clear, guys. Guys, are you feeling bored? फिर क्या हुआ यार? हाँ? Oh, very good. Thank you, Amar. See, Amar, he's saying like he's enjoying the session. Huh? You people, you are saying, huh? He's getting the knowledge, right? Guys, please keep quiet. Offline. So you want to eat something? Huh? Yes, guys. Chocolate khatam ho gaya, madam. Nahi hai abhi. I had everything. So, okay. So clear, guys. Okay, if you're having any doubts, you can ask me for 10 minutes. Then I will stop. డౌట్లు కూడా అడగరా? అంటే ఆ డౌట్లు కూడా లేవా మీకు? So take all of the offline guys to online. So Amar is giving suggestion. Huh? So offline people, they are saying like you need to come offline, Amar. Huh? Yes, guys. If you're having any doubts, any questions, please. Tomorrow we are going to continue the installation. For 10 minutes, I'm giving time, 10 minutes time. I'm giving to you people. If you're having any doubts, you can ask me. Huh? Bashel? PowerShell scripts where are the Windows the? అర్థమవుతుందా? చెప్తా. మన ఆపరేటింగ్ సిస్టమ్ లో ప్రాక్టీస్ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాం కదా, అప్పుడు తెలుస్తుంది ఏందనేది. ఓకేనా? సో Hassan, please try to communicate to the management, Hassan. I think I have given the number to you people, right? In which application, man? I'll do one thing, guys. I'm going to pass this installation now. How to pass? Let's see. So let's see, guys. Right click, power, then suspend will have C. Okay. Click suspend. It will suspend. Tomorrow, if you resume automatically, you're going to get like the screen, and then we are continuing from tomorrow. So localization, software and systems will have. What is localization? What is software? What is system? Where you are going? Huh? You have another class where? In which building? This is new building only, na? Huh? Okay, right. Guys, online, if you're having any doubts, any questions, please. If you want, you can install CentOS also. It's not a problem. Moshambo, right? You can use CentOS also. No issues. Right, guys? I hope you doesn't have any doubts, right? No? Really? Can I ask you questions? What is kernel? If you're giving this answer, I'm going to leave you. I'm not giving one word answer, right? What is kernel, guys? Who will tell me clearly about kernel? Core of the OS Gadu, core operating system, right? Core operating system, it's a heart of the operating system. It's a one interface. It can able to know like hardware languages as well as machine language. Developer easily they can able to modify the kernel version. Okay. So how many types of kernels we have in Linux? Listen the question carefully and give the answer. 2. Listen question carefully, guys. What I'm asking. How many types of kernel versions will have in Linux? Only one. Mono kernel, right? Like this questions you are going to get. Okay. Don't say in Linux we have 2 kernels. Okay. We have 2 types of kernel, mono kernel in Linux machines, micro kernel in Windows machines. So people they will ask how many type of kernels we'll have in Linux operating system. What we need to say? 1 mono kernel or monolithic kernel, whatever if you want you can say. Right? So kernel it will manage what kind of information it is going to manage. So what kind of information kernel it will manage, guys? File system information, device information, multitasking information. What is shell? What is shell, guys? Shell is an interpreter, right? So what kind of shell by default will have in latest operating system? Bash. Bash full form? Very good. Very good online. Bash full form? Born again shell. Born again shell. Right? I hope you got it, guys. Yes, no. What is the brain of computer? So brain of the computer, guys. What is operating system? Huh? What is operating system? Interface between user and computer hardware components, right? What is computer? Now Bharat he is going to explain. Huh? What is computer, Bharat? Yes, before installing the VMware, you need to enable the virtualization in BIOS, Deepika. Then only we can able to enable. Then only we can able to install if you enable the virtualization option. Okay. Offline people, no need to bother. If you're getting the error, you can take the laptop to me and then I will help you. Okay. Right. Okay. What is computer? Bharat. Bharat only he need to give the answer. I'm not going to accept group answers, guys. Contact admin contact number I doesn't know, man. So I forgot. So his name Ali, I think. Yeah, very good. Thank you. Welcome, Deepika. Yes, guys. What is computer? Computer is an electronic device. It will take the input through input devices. It will process. It will provide the output through output devices. Right? Yes, no. Clear? So what kind of virtual machines will have at least 2 examples? Virtualization applications. 2 names and vendor name also. Windows, they're providing hypervisor. Very good. Next, Linux, KVM, Oracle, VirtualBox, VMware, multiple applications will have VMware Workstation, VMware Fusion, VMware vSphere, vClient. So different types of applications will have. Very good. Mrudula. Right, guys. Okay. See you tomorrow. Right. So bye. Take care. పవర్ షెల్ లో కూడా కమాండ్స్ యూజ్ చేస్తాం. పవర్ షెల్ అనేది అదొక టెర్మినల్. మన టెర్మినల్ ఎలాగైతే ఉందో అలాగే టెర్మినల్ అన్నమాట. ఫస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ ఇస్ ఓకే రైట్ గైస్.